Hey there friends, welcome back to Seabird Hives and Homestead. Today we're going to be planting some potatoes. Better late than never, I guess. We've had some sickness in the house and we've had a lot going on. Finally getting around to getting these potatoes in the ground. So come along with me today and let's get them planted. So what I like to do with the potatoes, I like to space them out about a foot apart because these plants are going to get quite large. So we have one potato here. We're going to place another one here. This row of Yukon Golds will not be very long because I don't have very many of those seed potatoes. See, we still have a good eye there. A little on the small side, but it is what it is. So we're going to plant these. We're just going to move on down the row. And then we're going to cover them up. All right, so we had 10 of those Yukon Golds. You can see them on down there. I will just put, honestly, what I do most times, I just put a big stick as a row marker. So the one thing you want to do when you're planting seed potatoes, you can see them. Let's see if I can get it lined up here and not totally in the shade. When you're planting them, you want the eye to be up. That's the most important thing. Keep that eye up. Usually the cut side's down. Sometimes the cut side's kind of off to the side. Totally fine. That eye has to be where it can reach for the sunlight. So on the side like this is okay. You just don't want to do that. That's not what you want. It will not grow. It needs to be facing upward toward the light. It doesn't have to be exactly up. This is up enough. This is totally fine. So then what I do, I just take my soil from both sides of my row and just cover them up. All right, next we have these red Pontiacs. They don't look real red right now. The eyes are a little bit red on them. But again, we're going to plant them all in the ground, eyes up, and cover them up. So about 1 foot apart, and here we go. We are moving on to the russet Burbanks now. This was our giant potato that we cut up last time. You can see we got one little eye there. The eyes on these weren't quite as big as I was expecting. It's going to be okay though. I am going to space these out a little further because these are bigger potatoes. So let's get them planted. Last but not least, we have a lot of these, what I'm calling kitchen surprise. These were the ones that were in a bag in my kitchen. They're just store-bought potatoes. I noticed they started getting nice eyes on them, so I just let them go. And I have 66 pieces of these, so each one of these will make one plant, just as the others will. So we're gonna end up with more potatoes than I thought we would. So let's get these in the ground so they can start growing for us. All right, we ended up with 3 nice full rows. I had made 4 because I wasn't sure how many I would have. We got 3 nice 25-foot rows out of all those potatoes. So let's go inside and do some nerdy potato math and try to figure out what our yield is going to be. All right, so I checked the forecast. It's iffy if it's going to rain. I'm not entirely sure. So I am going to go ahead and just water these potatoes. I was banking on it raining tomorrow, but it's not. So we're gonna water. did rain. Still raining. Yay! Nothing like planting the day before it rains. It's the best. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I did want to take some time to just sit down and figure out financially, is growing your own produce actually saving you money? It's a great debate. And I've had this argument with many people before that say it's just not worth it, it's too much effort, which it is a lot of work, not gonna lie. But financially speaking, I think that you actually are saving money by growing your own produce. So today I set out to find out, is my theory correct or am I wrong? So we're first starting here with our potatoes and our onions, giving our initial investment for each, which was $14.14 for potatoes, $72.50 for onions. I'm estimating our potential yield on the potatoes to be around 100 pounds for the 102 plants that we planted. The market price in our area for potatoes, this is an average of the 3 varieties or 4 varieties that we planted. For conventionally grown potatoes, it's about $1.04 per pound, and organically grown potatoes, which would be more comparable to what we are growing here, would be $1.88 per pound. Now we will figure out our potential value at harvest for the 100 pounds estimated yield of potatoes. And that would be, you would take your $1.04 times 100 pounds, that's $104 for the conventionally grown potatoes. And for the organically grown potatoes, the same math turns out to be $188 for the 100 pounds of potatoes if you had to buy them at the store. Here we are subtracting out our initial investment to show a total savings if we compared conventional potatoes of $89.86. The organic potatoes would be $173.86. That's savings. That's pretty awesome. Moving to the onions here, I'm a little behind. Our potential yield for 500 onions would be about 250 pounds if they're a half a pound each. The market price here locally for onions is around $1.19 for conventional and $1.56 for organic onions. Potential value at harvest. Again, we are comparing here conventional and organic, so you can see the price difference and notice that the savings is much more significant with the organic because it costs a lot more to buy organic. Anyway, here we are doing our math, $1.19 times the 250 pounds, $297.50. The organic, $1.57 times the 250 pounds is $390 to buy that 250 pounds of onions to get you through the year. Subtract our initial investment, and we come up with $225 and $317.50 respectively in savings. So in my opinion, it's definitely worth it to grow your own produce.